Nassau, the capital of the Bahamas, has undergone a remarkable transformation, from its days as a pirate haven in the early 18th century to a thriving tourist destination today. The city's history is filled with intrigue, resilience, and cultural evolution. Join us as we explore Nassau's journey from 1715 to now. In 1670, British noblemen established Charlestown on New Providence Island, naming it in honor of King Charles II. This settlement served as a strategic base for privateers during the ongoing conflicts with Spain. However, in 1684, Spanish forces devastated the town, leading to its eventual reconstruction in 1695 under Governor Nicholas Trott. Renamed Nassau after King William III, the city became a focal point for maritime activities. Its natural harbor, capable of accommodating up to 500 ships, made it an ideal haven for pirates during the early 18th century. This period marked the beginning of Nassau's complex and colorful history. The Pirate Republic, 1706 to 1718. During the early 18th century, Nassau became a haven for notorious pirates who took control of the city and its surrounding waters. The island's strategic location in the Caribbean attracted infamous figures such as Blackbeard, Charles Vane, and Calico Jack Rackham. In 1706, these pirates formed the Republic of Pirates, creating a society where pirate crews operated freely, challenging both British and Spanish maritime powers. They raided merchant ships and took over trade routes, building a reputation for lawlessness. Nassau's pirates adhered to their own code of conduct, making decisions collectively and sharing their plunder. However, this golden age of piracy came to an end in 1718 when British Governor Woodes Rogers arrived, bringing stability and enforcing British rule, which ultimately dismantled the pirate stronghold. British intervention and fortification, 1718 to 1720. In 1718, the British Crown appointed Woodes Rogers as the royal governor of the Bahamas in an attempt to restore order to Nassau. His primary mission was to eliminate piracy, which had thrived in the region for over a decade. Upon arriving in Nassau, Rogers immediately began fortifying the town, constructing forts to defend against pirate attacks and other foreign threats. He also offered pardons to pirates who agreed to give up their criminal ways and become legitimate sailors. Rogers' strong leadership and reforms helped stabilize the region, and by 1720, piracy had been largely eradicated from Nassau, allowing the British to establish control over the island and its lucrative trade routes. This marked the end of Nassau's pirate era and the beginning of British colonial rule. Spanish raids and resilience, 1684, 1703, 1782. Throughout Nassau's early history, it faced several attacks from Spanish forces who were determined to control the region. The first major raid occurred in 1684 when the Spanish, angered by English encroachment, launched an assault on the settlement. The city was burned and many of its inhabitants fled. Another attack came in 1703 during the War of Spanish Succession, when the Spanish sacked Nassau again, leaving the town in ruins. However, Nassau's resilience shone through. In 1782, during the American Revolutionary War, Spanish forces occupied the city, further proving the region's vulnerability to outside control. Despite these setbacks, Nassau was rebuilt each time, and its people remained committed to reclaiming their home, demonstrating the island's enduring spirit in the face of adversity. Economic booms and busts, 1861 to 1920. The late 19th and early 20th centuries brought both prosperity and hardship to Nassau. During the American Civil War, Nassau became a key hub for blockade runners and merchants, profiting from the need for supplies in the South. However, following the war, the economy experienced downturns, with periods of financial instability in the early 1900s. The rise of rum running during Prohibition in the United States gave Nassau another economic boost. The island became a popular stop for ships smuggling alcohol into the U.S. Despite these booms, Nassau was also affected by economic busts, including the impact of World War I and the Great Depression. The island's economy fluctuated, but it was resilient, adapting to changing times and continuing to build its commercial and cultural influence in the Caribbean region. Tourism and cultural renaissance, 1920 to 1950, began to diversify significantly with the rise of tourism. The island became an attractive destination for wealthy Americans, especially during Prohibition, as visitors came to enjoy the relaxed laws on alcohol and the luxury resorts that began to spring up along the waterfront. This period saw the development of several grand hotels and casinos, with celebrities and high society frequently visiting Nassau. The city also underwent a cultural renaissance, embracing Bahamian music, art, and festivals that celebrated its African heritage. The 1930 to 1940 saw the introduction of the first cultural festivals, which would grow into the vibrant Junkanoo parades. Nassau was fast becoming not only a place of relaxation and leisure for tourists, but also a cultural beacon for the Bahamas, laying the foundation for its future as a global tourist destination. Path to Independence, 1960 to 1973. The 1960s were a period of political awakening for the Bahamas, with growing demands for self-governance and independence from British colonial rule. The push for political change was spearheaded by the Progressive Liberal Party, PLP, led by Sir Lyndon Pindling, who would later become the first Prime Minister of the Bahamas. In 1964, the Bahamas achieved a significant milestone with the introduction of full self-government. And in 1973, the Bahamas officially gained independence from the United Kingdom. Nassau, as the capital, became the heart of this new nation. The transition to independence was marked by celebrations and optimism as the country set out to define its future. This period marked the end of British rule and the birth of a new sovereign nation, with Nassau serving as a symbol of the Bahamas' political and cultural independence. Modern Nassau, a blend of tradition and progress, 1980 to present. Today, Nassau is a vibrant city that balances its rich historical heritage with modern developments. The city continues to serve as the economic, cultural, and political center of the Bahamas. Over the past few decades, Nassau has become a top global tourist destination, drawing visitors with its stunning beaches, luxury resorts, and rich cultural experiences. The city has embraced its past while evolving with modern infrastructure, including cruise ports, shopping districts, and world-class entertainment venues. Nassau's Junkanoo Festival and other cultural traditions remain integral to its identity, with locals and tourists alike celebrating the island's unique blend of African, European, and Caribbean influences. As the Bahamas continues to grow, Nassau stands as a proud testament to the island nation's resilience, adapting to the needs of the present while honoring its vibrant history. Nassau's story is one of survival and reinvention. From the days of piracy to becoming a cultural and economic hub, it has embraced change while honoring its roots. Today, Nassau stands as a vibrant symbol of the Bahamas' history, diversity, and future. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.